Why, hello there. You didn't expect this now, did ya? So, hello, we're the Cool Kids. It's another live review on the Cool Kids live review channel. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. We are not talking about a movie tonight. I know. I know. Everyone's shocked. Everyone's devastated. I
How
know.
dare we?
I know. It's unbelievable. John was crying backstage. Rob was freaking out. We were all disarray. But no, we're talking about something very, very rare on this channel. Video games. Now you may be asking, why? Why are we talking about video games? Well, a specific game that we're going to be talking about tonight was something that, I'm not going to lie, was one of my most hyped superhero things to come out this year, because we all know DC was going to drop the ball somewhere, but they couldn't drop the ball with this one. And that's Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Now, right dude's got it going on with the game right there. Glad to see that he's supporting physical games, which everybody should be doing.
I have it on PC. I don't have digital games, but
Unfortunately, that's unfortunately the biggest negative of being part of the PC master race. So, of course, we got the usuals. We got the geek informant. We got right dude in the here.
Yes, indeed.
And we're just gonna get into it with expectations, which I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. There's three things that I love in life: video games, Lego, and superheroes. More specifically, Batman. Now, I am a big fan of video games. I think I've talked about before. Force Unleashed, one of my favorite games, started me out. But one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time is the Arkham series. I mean, I've played all of them. I platinumed all of them. I 100% all of them because I really, really love these. Because I love, Batman, and I love video games. But also Lego games in particular are like my guilty pleasure in a way, because they're just fun games to relax to. And Batman, my love for Batman, I mean, can't be understated. I'm a Batman fiend. Like I said it on the Supergirl review, being a Batman fan is like capitalism. The rich just get richer. Because DC likes to pour all their money and support into Batman, and he gets all the cool shit. So, needless to say. However, WB has not been in my good graces over the last number of years for a lot of particular reasons. A lot of them are DC related. But a lot of them are video game related, because I will not forgive them for that one specific game that came out. And I also will not forgive them because of that game. They canceled the Wonder Woman game that should have came out, because that was awesome. And also, TT Games kind of dropped the ball with Skywalker Saga. I think we can all at least agree that it wasn't up to their standards, which isn't their fault, because they did kind of get fucked with that. But then I saw the trailer for Lego Batman. I heard the rumors it was coming out. I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, it's a cool new TT game. It's gonna be Lego Batman, cool. But I was not ready for that first trailer to have those Arkamisms in there, and TT Games saying, "Listen, I know that everyone's been slacking on making an Arkham game. I know Rocksteady really dropped the ball, But here we were doing it ourselves, and needless to say, when I watched it, I was bricked. I was very, very bricked. It was I couldn't believe it. And then the Arkham, like then the later trailer showed like the Arkham Asylum opening. I was like, oh my god, everything about this game sounded good. I even started binging through all the Batman movies again. I mean, I bought the comic book. I was just, oh my god, I was so excited. I like this was like my most anticipated thing of the year, like DC related, except for Nightfall, because I think Nightfall is going to be very good. Man, I this game, like I could not stop talking about it because like good god, the trailers were awesome. It looked like they were going to pay respect to Batman. Everything about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, oh man, everything going into it was so good. And what I think of it, well, let's just say you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. I'm gonna let John talk about his expectations
Yes.
of Legacy of the Dark
So
Knight.
for me, my expectations for this, it was just slowly but surely when it was. I don't remember when it was first announced, but when they were like, "Oh, we're doing a new Lego game," I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, all right." And then like more and more stuff like came out about it. Some mixed things like, "Oh, we're not gonna have as many characters," when that's like one of the big things about Lego games is they have this like pantheon of characters. They have like 700 fucking characters, and that's kind of the one of the main things that like we like about Lego games. But honestly, I'm like, okay, let's see. And then more and more stuff. We saw footage. We saw this. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. We're like, oh, it's gonna be Arkham style. It's gonna be open world. It's gonna be this. I'm like, oh, this is like really cool. I'm like really digging this. I haven't played a Lego game in like years. I think the last one I played, um, God, I don't even remember. I think I stopped around like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean or like Lego Star Wars 3. Um, it was just kind of whatever. Not like in any bad way. It's just like, it's not like, oh my god, I need to play these games like kind of the beginning Lego games were, like Lego Star Wars and Harry Potter and stuff like that. But this was more and more exciting, even with the like the optimization stuff that a lot of people were kind of shitting on it. Like fair, but like I'm like, hey, my PC can handle it, so I don't really give a fuck. So I was like, all right, let's see. And as time went on, it just like everything that was coming out about it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then they released that trailer with Kiss from a Rose, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking peak, bro. We're so back. And we'll talk about the game later, but my expectations just slowly grew to the point where it's just like I can't wait for this. Like to the point I broke many of my rules that you're not supposed to do. I pre-ordered it. I got the deluxe edition, and and I got it on the day, and I'm like, I never do that. I never do that for any AAA game because most AAA games suck ass, and I'm not like really interested in many of them. I'm more of like an indie smaller game kind of guy, but I was just like, I'm gonna break all the rules just for Lego Batman, and was it worth it? We shall see soon.
Okay. So let me just say, like, I'm with Austin. I actually grew up as a big Batman kid, because I was born in the late '80s. I was a '90s kid. Batman was practically everywhere. In the '90s, and and I remember being really into Batman, and I still am. So, in terms of the Lego games, even though I've actually physically played with like the Legos as a kid, all the time, my brother and we used to have like a giant Tupperware full of random ass Legos. We all build like random crap and things like that. In terms of the games, I think I've only played 4 of them, honestly, because I think the only ones I played both of the Harry Potter games. I played Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I played the Star Wars the Complete Saga edition, the one
Yeah.
that's like 1 through 6. I think those are the only ones. Maybe one of the Indiana Jones game. I can't remember, but that's about it. So, I'm like, even though they're even though they're fun enough games as it is, like it's almost like you're playing like all the movies and things like that with a little bit of a Lego twist. Um, they were something that like they were like fun little things, but it's like I think at the time when they were really coming out, I was more just gravitating toward other kinds of games, so a lot of the newer ones I haven't played, like Jurassic Park. I haven't played like any of the Marvel or any of the other Batman Lego games.
Yeah, I played the first 2 Lego Batman. I would have to go through like the list of like what ones I played because I really don't remember. I own a bunch of them, but like I don't remember every single one. But I do remember playing the first 2 Lego Batmans, the first 3 Lego Star Wars, both Lego Harry Potters, Lego Indiana Jones was another one.
Yeah.
So I've definitely I even got the fucking Rock Band set so I could play Lego Rock Band. Like that was how much of a fucking crazy person I was for fucking Lego games. So, it's just like I was in it, bro. I was in it.
Yeah, but I haven't played like any of the Lego games, although I will the Batman Arkham games, in fact I remember as far back as the first one, Arkham Asylum, when Arkham Asylum came out, I bought that shit day one, I was like, I'm not waiting around. I ended up getting that because I think when I got that I was like at my community college at the time, because that was like 2009, I believe. So I really wanted to pick it up. So I really wanted to play it. So, of course, and then the Arkham, and then Arkham City, even better. Had to pick that up. I enjoy Arkham Origins is all right for what it is. And honestly, I'm gonna give a hot take. Batman Arkham Knight is honestly not that bad. Not that I don't think Arkham.
So I don't know.
I don't think Arkham Knight is really that bad. Like not as bad as people make it out to be. Because everyone always says, "Oh, it's the worst," and all. It's really not that bad, honestly. But that's just me speaking. But anyway, I saw the trailer for this game, and I was like really excited. I didn't get the deluxe edition. I didn't pre-order it because at that time I was broke. So
no excuse. You become bankrupt for Lego, Rob. How dare you?
Yeah. How dare you not do this for Lego Batman?
How dare I? How damn my broke ass.
Your
damn responsibilities and bills and shit like that.
Yeah, tisk, tisk, tisk. How dare you have responsibilities as a gamer?
But anyway, I mean, at least I did pick it up. I think because I think when it came out, that was actually during payday for me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm picking it up. So, yeah. But I at least got to pick it up when it came out. Like I said, that was when I got paid. So, and then my thoughts, you'll have to see. So,
now, this is going to be the big thing for me here. Overall thoughts. I'm going to be honest with you. So, I took the week off of work to play this game. I started the game Tuesday or at midnight when it came out. I already 100%ed and platinumed it by Sunday. So all I gotta say is for my overall thoughts, WB, as I will never forgive you for that one particular game that came out 2 years ago. However, I will accept this gift as a peace offering for now until you try to release something even worse, and then I'll be very, very disappointed, very displeasured. But this ticked all my boxes because this was great. I'll go more in depth with all my positives and stuff like that, but man, just to get my overall feelings out of the way, this game was very, very good. This was everything I essentially wanted it to be. Is it perfect? No. But this, I feel like, was TT Games' return to form after Skywalker Saga, and I do feel like this was kind of the breath of fresh air that Batman needed in a video game form because, the last game that he was involved in, or the last 2, they didn't really do him justice. So all I have to say is, before I turn it over to John, because then we'll get into our particular stuff, Arkham Batman may have let me down, but Lego Batman never lets anybody down. Keep that in mind. And with that being said, John, I'll move over to you.
So overall thoughts, I really loved this game. I thought it, as someone, who I don't hate Batman in media. It's just it's one of those things where, like, as I've grown up, I have never been fully happy with any like Batman movie. The closest for me is like the Adam West Batman movie, and then like Lego Batman. Like, ironically, that movie. The rest of them, like, I can admit, like, some of them are really good in certain areas. Some are well done movies. It's just like I have never been happy because I've made peace with the fact that I'm probably never going to be fully happy with any iteration of Batman, because I feel like every single one is just wrong to me. But like, this is probably the closest to like to me loving like a proper like Batman related media that's not the comics, because what this is, it just hits every note properly. It hits the comedy that Lego's known for. It hits the Arkham vibes. It hits the Lego vibes. It just hits it as a game. It hits all the Batman stuff that I love. And it, you know, I think it was very well done for a multitude of reasons. So we'll get into that soon enough. But I did really love this game a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, overall thoughts. This is a movie I had so much fun with. Honestly, I don't think I've had this much fun with a Batman game since Arkham City. To be honest, I love how it's almost like it's almost like a celebration of everything Batman related.
Oh, he froze.
I love we were just nodding along like he was actually talking.
No, I'm like, yeah. What are you gonna say? And then he just stopped. I'm like, oh, he did. Because I thought like nodding like he was gonna continue
I
on, but
feel
like,
like
oh
maybe
no, he stopped. He's his internet really doesn't want him to do this review. It's the Joker.
I knew it. The Jonkler is back. I knew it. Damn you, Jonkler. Um. Okay, you know what? Since Rob's frozen,
He's indisposed right now.
yeah. Since he's indisposed, I guess we'll go into our positives here.
Yeah, and
Then,
then if he comes back and has more thoughts, we can go back a bit.
yeah. So yeah, where do I begin with the positives for Legacy of the Dark Knight? Because I have a lot to say. As a huge Batman fan, the biggest being, my God, was like I brought up in my overall thoughts. This was a big return to form for Lego games, but for Batman, in video games. Um, I guess I can start off. I'll start off in like parts. Like I'll go in like story, like gameplay, etc., etc. Gameplay. I'll start with main story. I think for what they were able to do, the fact that they were able to incorporate everything, at least mostly everything from Batman media, from like the movies, shows, the games, I think they were able to blend it together very, very well for the most part. I like that they kind of start off with like having Bruce like be like he's not like a dark vigilante at the beginning. Like yeah, he's like dark, but he's still like very goofy and like still trying to figure his way out. And then by the end of the game, he's just kind of like he's just Batman. And I think the way they kind of go through his journey of like him starting out with like having kind of little to like not like little to nothing, but like starting out with like kind of like having like the Battinson fit with like the Batmobile to like becoming like this guy who's like who now has his team, team of you know, like Gordon, Nightwing, Batgirl, and then like kind of evolving as the game progresses, I think was
Right.
very, very fresh and new. Because in a lot of the Batman games, you don't get that. Because like in the Arkham games, it's always what Batman does in one night and et cetera, et cetera. We don't really get to see a expansive Batman story where it takes place through several, years of his career. And I think they did that very well. And then I like that and like I said, they were able to incorporate everything. So like you'll see things from like the Nolan films in almost integrate themselves into the Reeves stuff, and then etc. with like the Reeves and the Nolan, and then you got the Burton Schumacher films being incorporated in there. The fact they were able to blend everything together so seamlessly, I thought was very, very well done. And again, just want to say it, I'm glad to see Robin being incorporated as well into this because what's Batman without a
How
Robin?
am I now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
How am I now?
You're good.
Okay,
You're
so
good.
sorry.
No, you're fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Shit happens. Um, but
Yeah.
again, like I was saying, the fact everything was seamless. I do like the way like Batman's like they incorporate the two character thing with like Batman, Gordon, and then then you can switch them out. By the way, this is something I saw people complain about, and I'm going to say this here. I did not mind the fact that there was only 7 playable characters at the
Neither
start
did
of
I.
this.
I have. Okay, I will say I have. Sorry to cut you off, but I will say I have one
Same
teeny
here.
tiny gripe with it. But I'll get to that when we get there.
So the big thing for me is like because with Skywalker Saga, I feel like they did way too much. However, I think them doing less characters but focusing more like on like the actual levels instead of it just being a huge kind of almost repetitive, drab, like almost open world type game, I think
Mhm.
was such a big positive for me because the level design, like the fact that they focus more on the levels here and the levels being actually meaty with like puzzles, like
Right.
stealth combat, I think
Yeah.
they did that very, very well. And also, I like that you can do all your collectible grind as you're playing the levels instead of having to go back into free play because I think that was actually it
Exactly.
kind of makes the tedious grind not as tedious. And I do like
Yeah,
which
exactly.
To be fair, although it's a shame because I'm kind of a dumbass, so I was so focused on the story that I forgot to get a lot of the collectibles within the
Yeah.
levels. So, I didn't end up doing 100%. Oh no. But I will say I did a lot better than I thought I would because usually I'm very bad at
uh,
like
no,
completing
that makes
100%
sense.
games.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. So, I mean, I went for
And
I would
and
say
also
the puzzles. Oh, sorry, go on.
no, you go ahead, Rob.
Okay, okay. But I was just saying, yeah, like I do like a lot of the puzzles and things like that. Pretty much they're taken from the Arkham because I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of inspiration from the Arkham games, as well as I do, you know, and yes, I did percent. So I mean, I think I went for 100%. I'm just like you, Austin. I went for 100%, even on the Arkham games. Even the Riddler trophies. My God, you know that took so long.
Hot
Yeah.
take. After doing the Riddler trophies for so long, they're actually not that bad now. They're actually like
Yeah.
they're very peaceful. Like even though like Nigma's an asshole and the fact that like I have to collect like several hundred of those things, it's actually kind of nice now. The worst part about the Arkham games are the fucking challenge maps because they're actually like they're literal hell.
Oh
Like they're the
yeah,
worst things ever created. I genuinely
Oh, now
oh,
he's freezing.
okay.
You aren't the only one, Rob. Now I just need to freeze and duck out, and then the trifecta will be complete.
But yeah, I mean, before I got cut off, as I was saying from overall thoughts, I thought this was a really fun game. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
the best Batman game I played since Arkham City. So I had so much fun with it. I love how it's like, um, I love how it like incorporates like the style of the Arkham games as well as like doing the style for the all the movie. Well, yeah, all the live action movies, I believe. So
Yeah.
things like that. So with each story, because it almost feels like it's like the Arkham games and all of the movies pretty much and like and I'm when I say all the movies I mean like Batman 89, Returns, Forever, Robin, the Nolan trilogy, and then of course the Batman. So
Yeah.
I do love how it takes those kinds of inspirations. It almost felt like you're playing like all of the live action Batman games rolled into
Yeah.
one. So
I so I will say I think Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight, pretty much everything for me, almost everything for me just absolutely 100% worked. Well, maybe with a few nitpicks, but we'll get to those when we get to those. I thought the voice cast was great. The guy who played Batman, I don't remember his name. I'm gonna look it up real quick, but um, I think I didn't like him at first. However, I think he did grow on me as time went on, and the older he got, and the more he
yeah,
like got used to the role, I think he got. I'm not gonna act like he's Kevin Conroy or some. Shy Matheson. Shy Matheson. He did good. Like he started off a little awkward, but I think he really came into his own. I don't think he'll be remembered as one of the Batman voice acting greats, but he did do a very good job here, and I think I could see him next to like Reno Romano and Bruce Greenwood and some of the guys that like aren't considered like the greatest of all time, but like a very good one.
yeah,
Now in terms, and I think the rest of the voice cast all did a very good job. They're mostly like actual like real voice actors instead of like very known people, which I really appreciated. Um, I think pretty much everyone did their roles extremely well. And in regards to my two favorites voice actors was Clara Emanuel as Catwoman. She
oh
might
yeah,
be my
Yeah.
favorite Catwoman, period. She did that role so fucking well. She got the sexuality, the sensuality, and the like anti-hero vibe of modern Catwoman to a T. Like, I don't even know this woman. I don't know if she's been in a lot, but like, she doesn't even have a profile picture on fucking IMDb. But like, she fucking nailed it. Like, she is like one of the. I mean, there's been a lot of great Catwomen voice acting and live action and all that, but she just really nailed every aspect of the character. And then, probably the most inspired fucking choice out of this entire goddamn game, motherfucking Matt Berry as Bane. That had to be the most peak casting. I'm glad that in terms of any celebrity voice actor, that was the one they went with. Matt Berry isn't like incredibly well known. He's like known enough in like, IT crowd and What We Do in the Shadows and all that. He's a very like niche comedy actor that a bunch of people know but isn't too well known. And that's like the highest, like that's the most famous person they got. I'm really happy about that. And the way he did Bane was just so fucking good. I love how he like when you're done with the game, he like starts prank calling you on the bat phone. I'm like, that's just great. That's just
that
like those. I would say
is.
everyone did a really, really, really good job. Um, but Matt Berry and Clara Emanuel did the best. The only I'll get to like the one iffy person I have, but pretty much the entire voice cast was great. I love the Arkham style. I love how you do upgrades. Like I like the Wayne Tech stuff, and I really liked certain attributes in regards to that. I think they really nailed that, like the upgrade system. It's not too complicated. There's not too many options, but there's like a good amount of stuff that'll keep you like really going up and up in regards to these characters. So I really appreciated that as well. The gadgets were fun. Like you get some like stuff that's like reminiscent of Arkham, like the concussive batarangs and the triple batarang. but you also get new stuff like Nightwing's like bow staff that's electrified. And I like Batgirl's like hackerang.
That little droid that she has.
Yeah, that was cool. So I like how like most things were like kept pretty distinct. And again, the combat is like exactly like Arkham. It's like, but it's still like different enough that it's like a simpler version of Arkham. Because again, at the end of the day, it's still a Lego game. So like they try not to make it too complicated, but it's like just enough so like kids won't be like, this is too overstimulating. But at the same time, it's like not like simple where it's just like the other like Lego games. So I really liked that as well. Um, what else? I would say, um, I love the story and narrative. I love how they did it. I like how they just took bits and pieces from each movie and then did their own narrative. I like how they tried to make it like an actual like floating timeline
Yeah,
of
that's
like it's starting with the Batman/Batman Begins, and then it ends with like Dark Knight Rises.
yeah, exactly.
And I really liked it. I also, because I expected them to, spoiler alert, but we do have spoilers in the title, so um I thought they were going to kill Batman off like it is in Dark Knight Rises. And here it would make more sense because he actually has people to like give the title to, because like he has Batgirl, he has Nightwing, he has Catwoman. So it makes sense like, oh, I'm okay like quote unquote dying, and then giving the baton to like Nightwing, and then moving on, either be actually being dead or being alive like in the actual movie. And then on top of the fact, I think the cafe scene could have worked better here because you actually feel the relationship between Catwoman and Batman here. It's been there a long time. It works, rather than shove Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises and oh yeah, he's gonna fucking be retired with Catwoman for some fucking reason. So it's like, and that's what I noticed, that with a lot of the stuff in the Batman movies, pretty much like a lot of the stuff I don't like about certain Batman movies, they kind of fix. Like for instance, in Batman 89, one of the things I fucking hate about that movie is that Batman kills. Like, that Batman should never kill. I understand why they did it back in the 80s, because they needed to like make it distinctive, and they made it more run of the mill rather than making it like the comics. I get it, but at the same time, like they kind of fixed it here. Like he doesn't kill the Joker because the Joker has to come back for the Dark Knight stuff.
The Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like, they don't kill him off. And the thing is, I felt for this Batman more because he doesn't fucking kill people. Like I felt for that. Even the ones that try to avoid like him killing people, he still ends up kind of doing it. With the exception of the Batman, I think that's the only one where he doesn't distinctly kill people. But I liked that, like, it fixed like all those problems for me. So this is like the thing that I love about like this game, is like it like fixed a lot of the problems I have, while also having their own narrative so they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. I thought that was really, really great. I think I just think this was a great game. I think it did so many things right. I have a couple mixed, which are mainly just nitpicks, but for the most part, this game was just like, I just like, I wanted to finish everything I had with the day just so I could keep playing it. I just wanted to, even, I'm like, it was funny because like, even though sometimes exploring the world can be a bit daunting and like getting all this stuff, I still like it still hooked me in. Like I'm just like finding Wayne caches right now across the fucking world. I'm trying to solve riddle puzzles, but like I'm just like exploring, and yet I'm still so fucking engaged with this game, and it's just so, even with the most mundane stuff, I'm engaged. I want to keep playing. Even as a 29-year-old man who's playing a Lego game, they made me super engaged with this, and that just goes to show how much care they put into it, So I really appreciate that, and I really think they did a lot of right with this. I have a couple nitpicks, but for the most part, it's like, this is a phenomenal game, and When more DLC comes out for this, I'm definitely like the stuff in September with the Joker. I can't wait to play that. And whatever else they have planned for this, because I feel like they can keep this they can keep milking this for a good long while,
They
because
could.
like
They
with
could.
that open-ended ending, like I would love to see them like really continue this proper, and I think they could do a lot of really good stuff with this.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to finish. So John, are you all set with your positives? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get a chance to finish what I was saying with my positives, so I'm gonna circle back to me real
Oh,
quick.
sorry about that. I thought you were done. My bad.
No, you're good. Like I think I was talking about, so everything story related, I thought for the most part was pretty good. I like the progression of Batman's character. I do really like some of the humor in the story. I like just the notion, like kind of like what John mentioned about, like, you know, the '89 parade scene where, like, because instead of Joker dying, he just becomes Heath Ledger's Joker because he fell like that far. He just starts becoming like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Exact. Oh, he froze again. The freezing curse is still upon us. But
anyway.
yeah, I do. Anyway. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's like I do love where it goes from. Like I said, it's pretty much like a collection of like all of the live action Batman movies rolled into one. So even if you honestly, I would say that even if you're even if you've never touched a single Lego Bat, or even if you've never touched a single Lego game, I would still like, hell, even if you're not even a gamer, and some people I know, I'm looking at you, I would say like at least give this a shot. Maybe like on Steam or something, because this honestly feels like you're playing all of the movies, all the live action movies rolled into one. You know, it's a lot of fun. I probably would get it on Steam because, you know, consoles are so ass expensive now, especially with the price of especially with Ramageddon upon us.
Ramageddon, CPU again, fucking GPU again, everything's expensive now. Fucking DDR2 is fucking expensive now. It's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing here?
Exactly. But I would say, like, even if not, I would say like pick it up on Steam or something, because that's probably going to be the cheapest you're going to get. So, because at least you don't have to worry about spending hundreds of dollars on a console just for one game. So, I mean, it's honestly weird me saying that, and yet I've got the PS5 version, although I was using my brother's PS5. So, yeah, but I do like how it tries to transition. I mean, hell, we didn't even talk about, like, because I did mention about like how it crammed all, like it pretty much set a good narrative by adding like all the movies and making it like a full straight narrative. I think there was one exception, because we actually haven't gotten a live action version of like the Red Hood story. So, and that was one of the beginning ones where it shows, like, because we all know about the story of Red Hood, you know, like the Red Hood Joker was part of the Red Hood gang. You know, he fell into that chemical of acid, you know, that turned him into the Joker, things like that. So, I thought that was really cool how they incorporated that story into it. Did you want to keep going, Austin? I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
What was that, Rob?
No, I was just saying, like, did you want to finish what you were trying to say? Hello?
I think it froze again.
Ah,
damn. Poor Austin.
I don't know why StreamYard doesn't want us to talk about Lego Batman. What the hell? But yeah, I do like that.
There we go. Now I'm fixed.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
But continue
I think
fucking
Rob's
StreamYard
internet
is an asshole again.
Yeah. So, sorry, Rob, to cut you off. I just wanted to get my like thoughts out there quick
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
Now this is the abridged thoughts now. The humor, like I think already talked about story. I'm not going back over that. The humor, I think for the most part, is pretty funny. I talk about the Joker. I love the way that Two-Face becomes Two-Face in this game, is because everyone keeps beating the shit out of his face. I thought
Oh, that was
so,
hilarious.
that was just ridiculous. It's like, you know what? Now I understand why he became a bad person, because people treated him like shit. The suits. Oh my god, the variety of suits was great. Especially if you're a Scott Snyder fanboy simp like I am. Oh my god, they got everything down right.
They got 0 year and absolute in there.
The fact they got absolute in there already makes me go, this is fucking peak. But then you got all the other cool stuff, like all the movie suits. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. They had the 70s suit, the blue, gray. That was cool. They even have the Arkham Asylum suit. Man,
I mean, they have Batman Begins. They have the Golden Age. They have the Bronze Age. I was rocking that one a lot.
They even got that ridiculous silver suit from Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and like everyone was like, "Yep, immediately change out of that one because that one sucks." But yeah, I was trying to coordinate with a lot of stuff, like, do all the animated series suits, do all the Bronze Age suits, all the ones closest, all the Golden Age suits. You got the one with the purple gloves, which I appreciated. Yeah. But yeah, the suits, the Batmobiles were great.
Yeah.
Which suit in Batmobile did you guys use most often? I'm just kind of curious.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think I used the Bronze Age suit a lot. Maybe not the most, but like that was the one that I definitely remember using a lot.
That was the blue and gray one, right?
Yeah.
That's one I used too.
Honestly, I think the one I used most often was like from the Tim Burton Batman movies. But then in terms of Batmobile, I don't know why. I just kept using the one from Batman and Robin because it's so ridiculous. Batman and Robin,
I will say the Batman and Robin Batmobile is like very underrated. Like it's a good Batmobile. Like no joking. I liked the Batman Beyond one because that one's like kind of like a hovercraft. I thought that one was cool.
One too, yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
I used the BVS one sometimes. I used the Arkham one sometimes. I like the more sleek, Batmobiles. I don't like the fucking tank. I never used the Tumbler. When you got the Tumbler within the game, I was like, nope, not using that. The only time I would technically use the Tumbler is if it had to be used in story. But that was it, because
that was it for me.
I cannot fucking tell you how much I fucking hate the Tumbler. I hate that Batmobile. It is horrendously awful. It's not a Batmobile. It's a fucking tank, and it sucks.
Exactly.
It's so 2000s over designed tripe. I fucking hate the fucking Tumbler. It is the worst Batmobile. Worse than Forever. Worse than Batman and Robin. Fucking worse than the boring car from the Golden Age. It is the hands down the worst Batmobile, and I will fucking die on that hill. I don't care what any fucking Chris Nolan Dark Knight Dick Rider has to fucking say about it. It is a horrible looking car. It is a horrible Batmobile. I'm never gonna change that opinion. It's terrible. It's because of that piece of shit that we keep getting fucking bat tanks. Yeah. Like, the Arkham one was like fine. The BVS one was fine, but it's still like it's tanks. Yeah. Batman is supposed to be like a ninja. He's sleek. That's the whole fucking point. Like, why is he fucking coming up in a tank? That makes no fucking sense. He's not like it's like the whole Punisher comparison. It makes sense that Punisher would have a tank, but not fucking Batman. That's bullshit. It makes no sense. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah,
Tumblr sucks.
Tell them how you really feel, John. So the humor was good. The suits were awesome. The Batmobile was great. Love the variety. My favorite chapter in the whole story is chapter 5, because we start with I know John just went on that rant about the Tumbler, but my god, that Batmobile chase was sick.
It was.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. That was great. And then we had the Arkham Asylum stuff at the end of the chapter.
Oh yes, that's right.
Where they simulate the walk. Kevin Conroy's voice on the intercom. They had like the like villains that weren't part of the story, like Deathstroke, like Deadshot, like all in there. And then you had the interrogation scene where you can like pick what you want to like say or do.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Like
Yeah, I
you
love
could,
how it was like, where are they? Where are they? Or where he was like this, that, and the other thing, and then he's like, Martha, and then he's like,
Where's
"How do you say that
Martha?"
name?" I'm like, oh, I don't know. That was weird.
I also love
Fucking
the
amazing.
bat voice option where he's like Bat Cop, where he starts like speaking bat. I was like, that was so stupid. And then like and then it ends with like a fucking awesome like mini boss rush where like you were facing like, all like the other like like the villains in Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
and then Scarecrow puts you in like the fear entrance like everything. I was like, oh my god, that was like the best part of the game for me. Um, the sixth chapter I'll talk about my like mixed part, but like I did kind of find the twist of Alfred being in the BVS like bat armored suit to be really funny and unexpected because then because got the voice box like Bane, Bane, and then he unmasked and it's Alfred. I was like that was very very amusing.
Oh yeah.
So I like that. The gameplay, it's very Arkham like. It scratches that itch for me that this is like it's not a completely new Arkham game, but it still had like the free flow isms of like you counter, dodge, strike, simple. The
It
gadgets
honestly,
are great.
Yeah.
I mean, it honestly feels like you're playing the fifth Batman game, Arkham game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
This is the Arkham game.
Because there
we should
is
got.
only 4 Batman Arkham games.
There's
only 4.
4 Arkham games.
Only 4.
There's not 5. There's 4. We're not counting the 5th one because
There is no
5th
one. There is no 5th one.
There's
Actually,
no
there was
fifth one.
actually wait. There is a 5th one, but it's for VR.
That is true. So there's technically only 5 Arkham games, not 6. 5. Rocksteady. Anyway, the gameplay was great. The open world, I love just traversing the open world. Like the Batmobile, like because as much as I really like Arkham Knight, I will say the Batmobile was great. I wasn't a big fan of the tank stuff, but just driving around in the Batmobile and the Bat cycles were fun. It gliding through the city, I thought was just very satisfying. And yeah, like even like I'll talk about it in my mix because like I do have an issue with some of the side stuff, but the side stuff, like John said, was very immersive, and I really like a lot of the side stuff. Like I like the Killer Croc one. I love doing the heist with Catwoman.
Oh yeah,
with Sophia Falcone, and yeah, the Riddler's back, guys, and the Riddler's back in full force. Every Arkham fan's worst nightmare, except his puzzles were actually very fun, and they weren't actually like
the thing is that, and not only that, he's not alone because not only do you have Riddler, you have Cluemaster.
The fucking character nobody gives a fuck about unless the only reason people care about Cluemaster is for all 5 Stephanie Brown fans, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, we touch on everything. We touch on gameplay, we touch on story, we touched on vastly everything. But the biggest positive I have to say about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, I love I don't know about you guys, but I'm so fucking sick and tired of seeing a dark, gritty, realistic Batman. It is so overplayed, overtried. I know people love the Matt Reeves movie, but I gotta say it's overrated as shit because I'm so sick.
I agree. I think honestly, I do. I mean, it's the Batman. It's not bad, but I do agree. It's very overrated.
It's overrated and long as shit.
Sorry, Devin.
Yeah, I know. Devin's like, how dare you disrespect Matt Reeves' Batman movie? Listen, it's not that great, Devin. I'm sorry. It's too fucking long.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Also, also, as much as I do like the Nolan trilogy, I also don't like that Nolan because you created this fucking notion that Batman has to be dark, gritty, and realistic. Here, Batman's not dark, gritty, and realistic because he's like facing color and zany characters. Yep. There's even a side boss where you fight you fight Condiment King.
Yeah.
And Kite Man.
King.
Yeah.
Like, and also, like, all the villains are exaggerated, like, stupid, silly, like, very
Yeah.
cartoonish.
It's a perfect blend of like Silver Age and modern age, where it's
Yeah,
like you do have some darker stuff, like Gotham is like kind of, for the most part gritty, and you do have like darker stuff, but it's like it embraces all of the stuff I wish we saw in more Batman movies, because it's just like I'm so sick of gritty and realistic. I'm so fucking sick of it. Like, as much as I admire Nolan and I respect his movies, that is what, like, that was the whole thing that like really like catapulted what we should have gotten for the next Batman adaptation was like a complete flip on that. And like Ben Affleck was kind of sort of that, but like not really, because he was fucking killing people because fucking Zack Snyder doesn't understand Batman and all that. And then after that, then we get fucking gritty and dark, and it's just like, I don't mind. Obviously, I don't mind Dark Batman. I like Dark Batman, but like I want to see the Bat family. I want to see him at his prime. I don't want to see him like during year 2. Oh, can't do year 1, but year 2 is fine. Or as a veteran. I want to see peak Batman when he's like mid to late 30s and he has a bit of the Bat family. I think that would be phenomenal. And it's just like that's what we kind of get here. Yeah, the Bat family is not very big here, but like with DLC, you could try to introduce Jason Todd. I don't know how you can do that in a Lego game, but you could try. But to introduce Tim Drake, fucking Stephanie Brown, since Clue Master is here,
Damian,
Cassandra Cain, all that stuff. So
yeah, Damian, what? Damian Wayne.
yeah, Damian Wayne as well, maybe. Well, considering Talia is, dead, I don't think they can do Damian Wayne properly, but I think that it would be really really awesome to do that in movies. And that's part of the reason why I love this game so much, is because it embraces the best parts of Batman. A lot of people are like, "Oh,
exactly.
Batman needs to be dark and realistic." It's like, no, the whole point of Batman is that he is a normal man in an abnormal world. He is a sane man in a world of insanity. That's what makes the character work. When you make both sides of the playing field sane, it's not incredibly interesting. It's just like, oh, everything feels the same. Oh, everything. It's like that's not what Batman is. Batman is like, can be fun. He can be enjoyable. He can do a lot of things, and like, yeah, you could still do the dark and gritty stuff, but at the same time have him, like, he doesn't have to fight fucking Condiment King like in a movie. I mean, that would be fucking hilarious, but I think like just make the characters a little zanier, make it
Yeah,
a little crazier. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, as much as I don't really like the Tim Burton movies as much, as at least with like Jack Nicholson, like, yeah, that's the Joker, not like, you want to know how I got these scars? And like, don't get me wrong, Heath Ledger did an amazing job, but Jack Nicholson feels more like the Joker to me,
yeah,
because he is
Exactly.
that zany fucking character. It's like, what do you want? My face on the $1 bill. Like that's the kind of answer like Joker would give, not like, just like, hey, I like knives a lot and I laugh sometimes.
yeah,
It's that's
Yeah.
what I want to see in a Batman movie. Like, I've said this before, like the tone the tone and aesthetic of Burton, like 89, how you do villains in Returns, the fucking character building and psychology of Batman done in Batman Forever, a sprinkling of Silver Age like was done in Batman and Robin. You get more character stuff like in The Dark Knight, do the detective noir stuff like in the Batman, put that all together, and you got like a perfect Batman movie. But like, it's just like every single one gets like a couple aspects really, really good, and then they kind of fail on the rest. At least for me personally. Not to say like, oh, if you like those movies, you're an idiot. No, nothing. Everyone has a different interpretation of all these characters. It just, for
Mhm.
me, I can't like get around them, and I feel like Lego Batman was the scratch that the itch of like Batman media I have not been happy with. I needed, because it just like, it got everything right for me when none of the movies I've seen as an adult gets right for me. So I really liked that a lot. So, anyway, I've filibustered too long, and I'm pretty sure Austin is frozen again.
I didn't even notice that. Not gonna lie. What would you say was like? What would you say like out of the side missions you had to do? Like,
Oh no, Rob is also frozen. I am the only one now. So Rob, you good?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So you were asking about side missions?
Yeah, I was asking like, what was the side mission you had the most fun with?
Side missions I had the most fun with. I thought the Catwoman stuff was interesting. I liked the majority of those. I actually didn't. I thought I would hate the driving stuff and like the flying through rings stuff. I
Oh
thought I would
yeah,
hate that more because I hate that kind of thing where it's like, oh, you got to build, so you got to like fight these people, you got to fly through this, and I usually hate it because the thing is, in most games, it's like you have to get gold and you have to do it 100%, and that's how you're gonna 100% the game. But with this, it's just like once you do it, you're done. You don't have to fucking do it again if you don't want
exactly.
to. And that's what I
Yeah,
fucking love. The AR stuff. You do it once and you do it. You're done.
that's right.
You can come back to it if you want to. If you like that thing, you can go back to it. But if you don't, boom, it's completed. It's to your
Yeah,
100% and you're fine. Which is like, thank the
that's right.
fucking Christ almighty that they fucking, because like the thing I fucking hate about like the Spider-Man games, like the Insomniac games, is like you have to like 100% it and do all this other shit to like make sure you get the best. It's like, no, fuck that. I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to grind for 6 hours on like shit that doesn't matter. Like the whole point of like side missions is that like, oh, it helps build the world a bit. You can have a bit of fun, give the main story a break, and then go back to it when you want to. It shouldn't be like, oh no, I'm caught up doing all these side missions instead of doing the shit I want to do. So
Yeah,
the side mission stuff, like most of them was fine. Again, I have a couple gripes with them, but we'll save that for mixed. I don't know if we're ready to move on to mixed, but yeah.
you good, Austin?
Yeah, I'm good on my end. I'm pretty much done on my end. Oh, I didn't touch on the Batcave. The Batcave was cool. The fact you get to
Batcave was
customize
awesome.
the Batcave.
I loved Batmite too.
Oh,
Batmite was awesome.
yeah.
That
I
might,
love
yeah,
Batmite. So
Hell
that was pretty much all I have for positives. I just want to add those two things.
yeah.
Rob, I don't know if you
Yeah, the
finished your
Batcave, I
positives.
loved the
I
Batcave.
think
Listen,
we pretty much covered like everything.
that's
with,
what I want to see in a Batcave. That is like peak right there.
Oh yeah, so I think we're ready to move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we will go on to our mixed. I don't have entirely a lot of mixed, but I'll just get into some of them. The voice act for the most part is pretty good. I'm not completely sold on the voice for Batman in this game. I think some of the delivery's kind of off at points, which I mean it's fine. I mean he does the job fine. But he just didn't completely sell me here. I think the side mission grind isn't bad. I think there's with most of them. I think there's a little too much. Like I think
so
some.
too.
I think some of the collectible grinds a little. Like it's a little tedious. I wish we kind of got a few more like story like side missions like we got with Killer Croc and
Yeah, the Killer
Yeah.
Croc one. I really like that too. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
like the and like I wish we got more stuff with that like the height like and even like the heights with like so for Sophia Falcone I wish we could have gotten more like narrative driven side stuff instead of just doing like oh collect this thing for the Batcave destroy this oh go
Yeah.
find animals like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, I would say the animal stuff might have been the worst.
yeah
I'm just like I'm like, where the fuck is this last parrot? I just want to go back and fight.
That's what I was wondering because
Christ.
I had to keep looking. Like I'm not gonna lie, like some of the ones that involve like the birds and all, or even I think honestly, if you ask me which was the worst animal to get, I probably actually would say the frog, to be honest,
yeah
because they were like so. Because I think honestly, I had a hard time trying to find the frog, and then I had to go on YouTube to look up to see where it was. It was on top of the railroad.
Yeah.
On that little railroad
It
track.
was so dumb. Like most of them were fine, but like when you have to chase them and you have to sneak up behind them, I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. But but like for the most part, the side missions were great. Yeah, as you mentioned, the Waylon Jones, Catwoman,
Yeah.
um, some Riddler stuff and Cluemaster stuff. The
The oh
destroying of like the
Falcone's
sand
fortune,
timers
that
and
was
the evil
another.
eyes. Not bad because it
Yeah.
takes 2 seconds, but like I don't think they
Yeah.
need to be there. You could have cut the animal shit out. In terms of um what I think they should have done in terms of like the puzzles, they should have just had Clue Master. The reason for that is because the Riddler is in two major Batman movies. Yeah, Batman
Yeah.
Forever and the
The
Batman.
Batman.
So like I understand you want to like keep doing the Riddler stuff because Riddler trophies and that's Arkham, but like he's also like Clue Master has never been in a Batman movie because like why the fuck would you put a Clue Master in a Batman movie? So you should have had pretty much the Riddler stuff taken out entirely, leave that to Clue Master, and then input like Riddler into some of the chapters, maybe have like maybe 7 chapters instead of 6, and then do that. And then on top of the fact, the thing that was annoying, I didn't mind the Wayne Cash stuff. The one problem I had with the Wayne Cash stuff is when there was a puzzle to do it. Like if you just like came across it, you click the button, you got the chip and you're good. But it's like we have Riddler puzzles, Clue Master puzzles, and on top of that, half the Wayne caches are also puzzles. It's like I
Yeah.
get it. Lego games are all about puzzles. I love puzzles. I like to figure them out. They're good. They're relatively easy because it is mainly for kids. But half of the puzzles, I was like, I don't think kids would have like the fucking like stimulation to fucking do this after a while. They're like, I don't want to do this. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So it's like the fact that and Wayne Cash that improves your game with the gadgets. So the fact that you're hiding that behind puzzles that are kind of annoying and you like and in addition to Riddler puzzles, it's just like, oh, I don't want to fucking do that. Like you
Yeah.
should have just for me personally, you should have just had Clue Master, have Riddler be part of the main story, maybe a couple of his instead of 121 between the two of them, just like do like maybe 60 Clue Master and maybe like I don't know 30 Riddler, maybe less.
Yeah.
And then have Wayne Cash just you click the button, no puzzles, and that's it. That was something that bothered me. Like it was just like I was puzzled out by like a lot of the time. I liked exploring the world and all that, but when I
Yeah.
was like when I was grinding because the problem for me is I when Batgirl was introduced, you could do the hackerang, you do the radio tower thing, and that shows you where all the stuff is. So half the time in the latter half of the game, I was doing so much grinding, and I'm like, I want to play the main story, but I also want to make sure I extend that as much as possible because there's not a lot of story left, but there's like a jillion puzzles left. And I'm like, well, it's kind of evenly balanced, but I'm like, I got to do the puzzles. And that was the thing that was a little exhausting after a while because there's so fucking many of them. And even though I enjoyed them and I liked exploring the world, like sometimes like I would just spend like 3 hours fucking doing puzzles. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I get it. You do puzzles in a Lego game, but holy fuck, it's not that serious, guys. Why so serious? So yeah, that was again. It doesn't ruin the game for me. Does not ruin the game. It's hence why it's in mixed. It's just like it's something that I think could have been dialed back a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that could have been done a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The side stuff is just I just think I'm just boiling it down to it just I think at points it's just a little excessive and I think that
It
the
could,
grind's a little
it,
tedious.
it
Yeah,
could be a bit much. It could be a bit much, and I'll admit. And I mean, one other thing I will say about mix is the fact that when it comes to because with the Riddler and Clue Master puzzles, you had like I think every like I can't remember it's like 5 or 10 of them, and then you go to one of the rooms or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, it was just honestly, it was like just trying to I don't know. It's like why can't we just choose the puzzle room that's closest to us? Why do we have to go like all the way over to this place? I just honestly I felt like
Yeah.
that was a little bit yeah. Because I honestly because I mean I get it, story progression, things like that. I mean, I just feel like if I complete enough to do a puzzle room, I should be able to just choose the one I want, not have to go like all like on the other side of the map to go to or different islands to take care of that. I just felt like that was a little,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um. So that was tedious. I
Yeah.
do think, as somebody like, I think they nailed the free flow combat.
Hmm.
However, the stealth portions of the game are like, I get it, it's a Lego game, but for me it felt a little lackluster because the
Yeah.
stealth's not very like
Stealthy.
yeah,
stealthy. It's just
Because it's just like
very,
you, unlike in an Arkham game, that if you do get caught, you're fucking immediately gonna get killed. So like that, you
yeah,
have to do stealth. Meanwhile, if you choose not to do stealth in this game, then you could just beat everyone up, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
why don't I just beat everyone up all the time? Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Again, it's not like the worst thing ever, but I'm just,
no,
like, I wish, I could see that. That wasn't, I didn't really notice that while I was playing, so that's not a major negative for me, but I get
no.
why, you
It's
know,
it's not a negative for me either because, as I mentioned, it is a Lego game, so I'm not expecting like Arkham level stealth.
right.
But I wish that a little bit more attention was put onto the stealth because it, at points it gets repetitive and it's just like, okay, let's move on, etc., etc. I know I talked about like the minimal characters, like I like that. However, my only complaint is Robin and Nightwing play the same, and
Exactly. That was
yeah.
another, yeah,
once you get Nightwing, there's no reason to even use Robin because Nightwing is just Robin but better. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, the only
I mean,
reason to
that's what it
use
always
Rob,
is.
the only reason to ever use Robin is just because they have like different gadgets.
Yeah.
yeah,
But the thing is, the
Because I
birdarangs
like when you're
can
working
be
on the
used.
puzzle.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, he might crop up once or twice with the puzzles, but once you get the triple batarang for Batman, there's no reason for Robin. And then the
Yeah.
bow staff, well, that Nightwing has the bow staff, so there is no reason. I mean, I still like to play as him because I felt kind of bad, like, oh, you're kind of useless now, but I want to play as you because you're there. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was something for me that I was like, oh, I wish, like, Robin didn't become superfluous after a while. Like, give him something where like he was necessary, or give him another
yeah,
chapter. Like, again, another small thing is like, I wish there were more chapters because I love this world. I
yeah,
wanted there to be more. I get why, because it was such a big game. There was only so much you could fucking put in it. Especially with how the optimization was. But I feel like there should have been at least maybe 8 chapters, because the 6th chapter was barely
yeah.
even a chapter. It was more like 5.5 chapters, because it
Yeah.
was just like an extension of 5, and it was not nearly as long.
No,
So I was
yeah,
like, oh, okay. Like, I think there should have been at least 8. Well, I'm not asking for 20 chapters or anything, but like, give me
no,
8. Give me more time as Robin. There's that whole thing. And another like weird nitpick story wise, what the fuck happened to Dick's parents? Because like,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
I was like, that was
oh,
such a fucking weird
It's
choice, and I'm
so
like,
weird.
do they die?
Do they
Do they
not?
not? And he adopts Dick Grayson anyway? Because here's the thing, where it's like, oh, it's a Lego game, you can't show the parents dying. They showed the Waynes dying. Like, obviously they cut away and they do
yeah.
some clever editing so that you don't see them getting fucking shot. But at the same, so it's like, okay, cool. But with like Dick Grayson, one, it's his fault because he throws the batarang, cuts the line, and then they fall. But then they're not dead, and then it's like a next cut is like, oh, Dick Grayson is adopted by Batman, and he's at the manor, and it's
I
like,
mean, I don't know. Did he get fired from his own family? What sense does that
yeah,
make?
like I understand he got fired from the circus, that makes sense, but like, are his parents like, yeah, we don't like you anymore? Here, go with Swain. Like,
I was
that was such a weird story thing. Again, it's not like bad. It's just I'm confused. I'm like, what was
Yeah,
the purpose? Like, I get they don't want to show that, but I was like kind of waiting the entire time. I like how they were like interactive in the level. Like, come here, Dick, you could do this because we taught you how to do this. So, and then they do it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're like, and then like it'll be this huge thing when Two-Face kills them, and then nothing happens, and then it's like, flicks a batarang and they fall into the hot dog cart, and then they don't die, and then Dick Grayson becomes Batman's ward anyway, and I'm just like,
Did
okay,
Batman
like
kidnap this kid? Like,
I was
I know,
thinking,
right?
like, did he get fucking napped? Did he get fucking? Because I was like, what the fuck? What? Because I was like, I'm like, mate, am I missing something? And then I looked online when people were like sharing clip, like when it was like at its peak popularity, when people were showing clips and stuff. They're like, what happened with Robin's parents? I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. I wasn't the only one. I was like, what the fuck happened? And I'm just like, it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It's just a
it's
weird nitpick
bizarre.
because
No,
I'm
it's
it's
Yeah.
so
just
weird.
confusing.
So
It-
I do have like another nitpick about Robin as well. I
Mm.
do feel like because there's like 6 chapters, I wish we gotten maybe more additional chapters with him as Robin.
Yeah, that's
Because
I did mention that. Yeah,
because I do think like the transition from him to Nightwing was very quick, and I feel
Yeah.
like we don't really get to see the relationship like really developed between Batman and Robin until he becomes Nightwing. And I think they kind of bum rushed it the last couple chapters. And I think that's kind of another nitpick of mine regarding the story. I do think I think the first half was paced well, but then once we got to the Robin stuff, I feel like that's when the story almost begins to bum rush everything because they had to introduce
Yeah.
Batgirl, then they had to do all the Bane stuff at the end, and it was just like, and that's what kind of makes Chapter 6 weird because I feel like that it was not predictable because we kind of figured Talia and Bane were probably going to be like working together based off the beginning, but I
and
do
what
feel
we've
like
seen in the movies.
yeah.
yeah, but I do feel like it was kind of contrived, like, oh, all the villains was all part of this plan by Bane to like destroy Batman. I'm like it works, but like at the same time it's like I wish we could have gotten a little bit more of Bane throughout the story or like more hints of
You know
him
what it kind of
because it
reminded
did.
me of? Sorry to cut you off, but just like a quick thing, it reminded me, not quite as like fucking shoved in there. It reminded me of Spectre, as in the James Bond film, where it's like Blofeld was like, "I planned your everything, James, because I'm your fucking secret stepbrother who almost died." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" So it felt weird. So like it kind of reminded me of that. I mean, it was done a little bit better here because again, it was kind of tongue in cheek. It's a Lego game,
Yeah.
so it still like kind of worked okay. But yeah, I do feel like it was definitely like it was a weird choice. It was definitely a weird
Yeah.
narrative choice.
And then I think my last real mixed, because again, like I don't have a whole lot else. I do appreciate them having like difficulty choices. Like they have like the normal Lego difficulty, and then they actually have a difficulty where it's almost like a game. Um, I didn't find the hardest difficulty to be very hard,
Yeah,
but
from what I've heard, it's
Yeah.
not.
again, I appreciate the effort, but I wish that again could have put a little bit more. But whatever. That's just a more of a nitpicky thing. And then a couple of other ones are just more like really minor nitpicks, like the red bricks. I wish that there was a little bit more like you could do stuff with the stud multipliers because I do feel like it kind of would
That
make the stud grind a little easier.
yeah, that was another thing is that for I mean I can't speak for every single Lego game, but from the ones I played, the red bricks they pretty much serve like almost kind of like a cheat in a way, like you
Yeah.
can double, triple, quadruple, your stud count and things like that. You can do like a fast build, where it goes like twice as fast when building things like that. I was like,
Did Batman kidnap him like in All-Star Batman and Robin? Well, I guess kind of, because they don't explain anything. So I'm just presuming that he just kidnaps him and goes, "All right, you're gonna be my sidekick now." And then Dick's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a superhero now." That's that's what I think it is, because that's just I'm sorry, but it's so stupid. It
yeah.
really is. Um, but
Are we ready to
besides,
move on?
does anybody else have any other mixed, or
Not
did
that
we?
I'm aware of, and I don't have any negatives, to be honest.
I don't have
Hmm,
any negatives either. Like it's like, again, all of those are like nitpicks, but that's
Yeah.
Actually, I do have two negatives, actually.
okay.
Okay.
So, my first negative is
They referenced that thing. I'm
no.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Thank God they didn't, or else I would be crashing out. Um, so as far as like one of the things, oh, I kind of wish they had a new game plus in this game because I do think like I would have liked to been able to replay the story with like the suits that I unlocked. Like I would have liked to have gone back and like instead of using like the Batman, I'd use like the first appearance Batman, and I could use like Bronze Age like during the story. I know you can do that like in the story itself, but I would have liked to have done like a new game plus run with like all my upgrades, everything. It would have at least made it would have make me like give me a little bit more incentive to come back to it and like replay the story because it is still really good. But I wish that we had a little bit more like of an option of New Game Plus. And there are a couple suit emissions that I wish they brought in. Like I wish that they gave like Batman the suit from Rebirth or like Lego DC supervillains because as much as I fucking hate, I know this is again Supergirl, back to Supergirl. I've like as much as I fucking hate Tom King, that the best thing about the Rebirth run was the suit. At least the suit looked good. Um, and then just a couple like again, that's really about it. Like I wish we could have gotten maybe we'll see him in the DLC, but who knows?
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, if you guys don't have any other negatives, I guess we can go into
I
our
don't know.
I don't.
like our final thoughts. So with that being said, I think we've covered everything here when it comes to Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I think it does Batman justice.
Hmm.
If you are a huge Batman fan like I am, you will absolutely love this game because man, it's got everything. It's got the free flow combat from the Arkham games. It's got all the comic book references. I didn't even touch on like all like the comic booky references like in the
Yeah.
museum. They even have like the mini kits from like the original Batman, Lego Batman. It is and they even had like the Lego Batman movie suit, which I thought was very very cool.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
like how it had like the original Lego Batman suit from the original
Oh
Lego Batman
yeah,
games.
Mhm.
absolutely.
Because that was awesome.
Like all things considered, it had everything. The gameplay was spot on. Like I said before, my overall thoughts. This I think was TT Games' like big comeback after Skywalker Saga kind of wasn't what they wanted it to be because like studio mandates kind of fucked them over. And just overall, I do feel like this is a massive step up for them and a
Hmm.
massive step up for DC's video game library because that fucking one game tanked them so bad it caused a Wonder Woman game by Monolith to get canceled. So fuck you. Anyway, I have nothing else left to say other than go and play this game if you haven't already if you're a Batman fan, and I can't wait to see what else these guys have in store because everything I thought about this game was great. And also, just like I want to reiterate, Arkham Batman may have let me down, but Lego Batman never let me down, except for
Yes.
Lego Batman 3. But I'll forgive him for that because it wasn't even that bad. And my final score is a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
So for me, I thought it was. I mean, I love the game. It was peak in almost every form. As you were mentioning, hopefully this is the shot in the arm that not only that WB Gaming is, but Batman needs. Because I feel like Batman's kind of been not in a great place in media wise. Superman has been getting a renaissance, and Batman kind of sort of isn't. The most we'll get is hopefully a really good animated movie, and then a Batman villain movie. Um, so hopefully Lego Batman, not Lego Batman, but Batman in general has a bright future ahead of him. But I think this definitely brought back a lot of good memories. It made me feel like a kid, but I still appreciate playing it as an adult. It's a near perfect experience. Yeah, it does have those weird nitpicks and weird narrative choices, too many puzzles, and all that weird pacing issues. But for the most part, I think it's like near perfect. It's so good. If you have the money, I would say maybe spend a little more on the deluxe edition if you can. It's not like totally necessary. It just I really wanted those suits. I like customization and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. I think if you don't have the money now, maybe wait till it goes on sale in like a couple months. Because I definitely think it's worth it. If you're a Batman fan, if you're a Lego fan, if you're a Lego Batman fan, if you like puzzles, if you like, the funniness that comes with the Lego games, and if you're thinking that, Batman needs to be a little less serious, a little less realistic, then this is definitely the thing for you. Because I loved it. I'm probably going to go back to it soon enough, maybe to try to 100% it. I think it was a 92.5 is what I finished up with. But yeah, I thought it was great. Go play it if you can. If you can't, maybe watch somebody play it. I don't know, but I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was damn good, damn,
Yeah,
damn, damn good.
Now,
but
before
this,
Rob, you get in your final thoughts, I just wanted to bring this up real quick too. You know how in the suit options, this is the one thing that the Insomniac games have not done is they tell you when the suit first appears in.
Yeah,
So, you
I
know,
like that.
that was a nice attention to detail. I should have brought it up. All right, Rob, you
yeah.
go
So
ahead.
anyway, my overall thoughts: this game is just a blast to play. Like I said, this is probably the best Batman game I've played since Arkham City. So, um, this is honestly, it's a movie, or it's a movie. It's a game that doesn't that just has fun with it. It's almost a celebration of everything Batman related. It's a lot of fun. You have so much to do, so you can't say you're bored by it. I would honestly say go play this, whether you're a Lego fan of the Lego games or the Batman Arkham games. Oh, even if you're just not really a big gamer, but you still love Batman, I would still say maybe pick this up on Steam because, like I said earlier, it's a lot cheaper to get on Steam with the RAM prices costing an arm, a leg, and your firstborn child, for consoles at least. But I would say like this is a fun game. I would definitely give this a play. Whenever you have the money, whenever you have the money, maybe it will go on sale soon enough. I'm sure there'll be like a Black Friday deal sometime down the line. But I would say at least give this a shot. So, and my score is I'm going with John. I'm going with 9.5 out of 10. So,
Very good, very good. So all in all, this game is great, and everybody should go play it.
100%.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
before we leave here, what do you guys think that the next Lego game is going to be? Because I mean,
Give me Lego
I
fucking
think it's going to be Justice
Superman, you
League.
heathens. Anyway.
We need a good Superman game.
Exactly. Yeah.
We had
I mean,
honestly, because I think the closest we ever did to getting a good Superman game were the Injustice games. That's about it.
Yeah, and even
yeah,
that
but then they
sucked
kind
because it was the
of
evil
yeah.
Superman crap.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it might be Lego Justice League just because I feel like if they're gonna keep doing the 6-7 characters, like at least there'll be a little bit more variety with
6,
like.
7.
God damn it, you're right. So does anybody want to talk about what the next review is gonna be for the cool kids?
We're going to keep the superhero train going because
And
the
we're going
next
back to
review
movies.
is, in fact, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And that is
Yep.
going to be Jay's review. So,
Yep. Jay's gonna host that one.
fun
Very
times.
nice, very nice. So with that being said, I think we're done for
Yep.
tonight. I think, unless anybody else has anything left to say.
Nope. Go play the game.
Yep.
It's a ton of
Go
fun.
play it.
I know it's a couple
Exactly.
months late, but we did love it,
Hey,
and this
hey,
was
we
the
did.
first
Hey,
open.
we had to make sure we finished the game before we can actually talk about it. And plus, our January schedule was full. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that
Or
being
I mean
said,
January, June schedule was full. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I said January.
but I bid thee adieu, and have each and every one of you have a great night.
You Yes.
Mhm.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. We have what's the fucking line again? We bring light into the world. You're welcome, America. I don't remember. Just Batman.